you look at all these week one games, and Auburn and Baylor just seems like the go-to matchup for a Big 12 SEC showdown, and it might actually be the only Big 12 SEC showdown that we have all weekend. I could be wrong. Uh, but we want to look at this game. We'll also look later at Notre Dame and Miami. We're trying to build the channel. We're trying to get some watch hours and stuff. Put great content out for you guys. You open up with this game here for both of these teams. The game's in Waco for for Auburn and Baylor. So when you open up and you look at this game, it's just it. I don't know if it gets any bigger for these few teams here. I really don't know because Auburn needs a big win to start the season after missing a bowl game. Baylor also needs a big win after I guess it was an okay type of 2024 season. I mean, they finished 8-5 but lost their bowl game, so they went 8-4, lost to LSU. They would love nothing more than to open the season with an SEC victory, or I should say a victory over an SEC team. Considering that's how the season ended last year, Baylor would love nothing more than to have that happen. So I look at this game and, you know, I come up with three keys for each team. The spread favors Auburn in this game by 2.5 points. I'm going to go ahead and let you in on this. I got Auburn winning this game and obviously covering the spread here. I don't think it's going to be as close as we expect. I think Auburn is poised to have a big year this year. I think they get their quarterback figured out with Jackson Arnold. I think Cam Coleman, Perry Thompson, and all these receivers are going to look really, really good. Um, the three keys I came up with for Auburn, Jackson Arnold's got to have that confidence in him, though. There is no having a great season and having a good game and getting the victory week one if he lacks confidence, if he's turning the ball over, if he's making these huge mistakes, and just not feeling like himself. You know, we saw at times last year for Oklahoma he didn't look like himself. He had some mistakes. He turned the ball over too much, cost you some games. But he also had some great games, like the Auburn game, where he was able to deliver in big moments. So there's that. Another key. We're doing three keys for each team. Stop the Bears' run game with Bryson Washington. Uh, so I think that's going to be huge for Auburn there. I really like their defense this year. I'm not overly confident in it. I'm not over the moon excited for it. I am excited for it, though. I look at what Auburn has returning, and they have some pretty interesting names um, coming back. Malik Autry comes in as a freshman. Malik Blockton comes back as a sophomore. Jordan Crawford. They recruited greatly on that side of the ball. A lot of good experience coming back, though, for the Auburn Tigers, of course. When you look at sophomore Demarcus Riddick at linebacker, that's going to be a key name to watch. So you had the leader in interceptions last year, Jaron Thompson, is currently a free agent in the NFL, so he's gone. And I believe, let me see, they bring back their lead tackler, Dorian Mossy Jr., number 12, is a linebacker, had a forced fumble, 2.5 sacks for him, 50 tackles last year. Going to be interesting to see what he ends up doing. I think there's not a lot of household names at Auburn. this season on defense. I really believe that it does come down to um, looking at, how do I want to put this? I think it really comes down to this when you look at Auburn is you're a great program historically. You're a great program when you go back in time a little bit. You're a great program even in recent years. You haven't beat your rivals since, well, Georgia in 2017, Bama in 2019. It's really not as long ago as you think it is. They got to get back to that. But before they could even think about Georgia in late September, early October, I got to get past Baylor. And I just think Auburn, I'd like them to win this game. I think they're going to get their quarterback situated. They have the receivers, they have a pretty solid offensive line group coming back. They're going to have the run game going. There's going to be a lot of stuff they can do to win this game. The keys for Auburn: Jackson Arnold confidence, stop the Bears run game that Bryson Washington's going to put out there. And honestly, like I say, you got all these receivers, but especially with Cam Coleman, give him the ball. He had 598 yards last year, 8 touchdowns receiving. Three keys for Baylor. Can the secondary create turnovers? They had 15 interceptions last year. What about Sawyer Robertson? Just being himself, doing what he has to do. He can let loose. He can air the football out pretty well. He's very mobile, calm in the pocket. Plus, it being at Baylor, the home crowd energy. Bring it. Give it all you got. Can you handle the SEC? I got Auburn winning this game 34-23. I think a late stop. And overall, I think Auburn late is just going to run the score up. I'm really high on Auburn this year. I don't like them for the playoffs or anything, but if they could hit 8 or 9 wins, I think that's a really good season for them. I mean, you had a couple games last year that if some plays went their way, they're easily 7-5 instead of 5-7. That's fair. And if they get it cleaned up a little bit, why can't they do that this year? Especially having games like this and then home games with your rivals. I mean, there's a lot to look forward to if you're Auburn. There really is. And you look at their schedule: Ball State, South Alabama, that's at least two. Let's say if they beat Baylor, let's say they take care of Missouri at home, that's four. Kentucky, that's five. Mercer, that's six. Maybe they're at 6-6. They go to Arkansas, that's seven. They Auburn's going to have a great year, I'm telling you. And it's going to start here with the Baylor game.